Hey, you guys, it's your host, Shannice Johnson, and I'm here to bring you all the 411 and everything entertainment. Today, I have the pleasure of talking to the Queen of Green herself. She's worked with Serena Williams, Common, Michelle Obama, and our very own Stevie Wonder. Welcome, Lauren Vonderpool. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excellent. I feel so blessed to be here with you, really.
Oh, thank you.
Really.
Thank you. So let's just get right into it and let everybody know you are a celebrity vegan chef.
Yes.
You have catered the Grammys, the Oscars. You've worked with a ton of celebrities. What made you want to become a vegan chef?
I just believe that it really started when I was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. And it's such a long story, but I guess here it goes.
Yeah, we want to know.
Well, I was living in Washington, D.C., in what was the murder capital at the time, in a food desert, which is a place that doesn't have any access to any real food. So it's like there's no options between chips and apples because there ain't no apples.
Really?
Yeah, and there's, like most hoods are food deserts. Yeah. There's no grocery stores locally. You know, and all their stores like corner stores, liquor stores, carry outs, just foods that don't add to the health of anybody. It just basically degenerates the cellular structure and causes people to die from food-related illnesses. And it didn't hit me all like that, but I just looked, how did it happen? It was more so, let me get my bearings because this is a lot. I was stabbed in my head. Let's start there.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I was stabbed in my head. I know. That's why I was like, how do I approach this? This is it. So I was stabbed in my head when I was 16. I almost died.
Oh, my God.
And when that happened, it was like God just knocked some sense into my head. And, had a special watch over my life,
wow.
And said, no, we need her, And so all of a sudden, I began to attract different things. I stopped hanging out with my hood, my crew,
right,
what I
right.
mean? Mm-hmm. And I started to just be by myself. And the more that I spent time by myself, the more I realized how powerful I was and how much there was for me to explore. So I started to read books like The Prophet by Khalil Gibran and Heal Thyself by Queen Afua, or Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. Those are my first books. And I was completely fascinated because they were talking about, eating only vegetables and fruits and there's levels to this. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought that it was just chicken wings and mumbo sauce.
Like
I thought
most of us.
I thought we was just going to be eating,
whatever.
Mama's lasagna all day. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't realize that the foods that we put in our body literally become a part of all that we are.
Wow.
The thoughts that we consume become a part of our creation. The feelings that we choose to feel are also a part of our attraction point. I believe that we are co-creators in our reality, and I became a co-creator at that time, and I decided that I was going to be mindful of what I put in my body. And I was going to have fun doing it. I was going to be mindful with what I was reading or listening to, all of that, because I was like, gosh, music is one of the most powerful tools to either lift you up or bring you down. Mm-hmm. It literally has the power to change the cells in your body in an instant. You know what I mean? So I started to understand all of these, magical things that life had to offer. And I was like, I'm not going back there eating this and doing this. So that's kind of where it shifted. And it was like, here I am.
Wow, look at you today. So you've done so much. You've catered the Grammys, Oscars, worked with a ton of people. Tell me, what was it like to be on Bravo? How was that experience for you?
Oh, man. To be on Bravo, it's really hard sometimes for me to watch myself on TV or to hear my voice. I know it sounds weird because, I'm animated and I'm so much. Right. And so I'm like, oh no, Lauren, just take it down a notch.
No, you're great.
I can't help it. I'm a Leo,
Me too.
Really? Okay.
I'm all excited.
We just are exciting and excitable and just
We're
children.
just outgoing.
Yeah, little kids.
We're
so
up there.
sometimes I'm like, oh no. I haven't seen the show actually on Bravo, but people have been telling me about it. And I've gotten good feedback. So
yeah, I saw some clips. You look good. It was good. So you have a book. Is it out? It's out already.
I have 2 books. Yeah.
Okay, so the one that I think you just recently released.
Yeah, Eat Yourself Sexy, the Goddess Edition.
Yes. Tell me about it. What can the readers expect from it if they don't have it just yet?
Wow. Well, Eat Yourself Sexy, the Goddess Edition is a book for women specifically and men who want to know more about how to love and cater to a woman and themselves. I mean, it's overall great health tips and information. But I specifically wanted to speak to the women because I believe that we are the most powerful beings on the planet. And I feel like we've forgotten that, you know. I feel like it's such a male-dominated world, and the feminine, it's time for the feminine to reemerge. But in order for the feminine to reemerge, we have to love ourselves enough to know that we're worthy enough, to know that we are powerful enough, that we are the school. We create with our subconscious. We don't say, okay, let me create this baby. Let me do the ears today. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the feet tomorrow.
Yes.
Anybody saying that, you know, it just happens through us. And I feel like that phenomenon is just downplayed like it is nothing. The book is a tool that guides women through gateways, if you will. So you start off understanding, well, why do you want to go green? You know, it's not a cliche thing, you know, it has become that, but you want to go green because we are on a living planet. Let's start that. That is feminine. Right. Okay, so the earth is a reflection of us specifically as women. And the way we treat the earth is the way we treat ourselves.
That's a good point.
That's true. We just whatever, ain't nothing.
Yeah,
just let
trash,
people just do anything all through you.
True.
You know what I mean? Because we don't see the value, or we're not asserting ourselves, or whatever it is, you know. And I feel like you start there by loving yourself enough and loving the planet enough to plant some trees, plant some food that you get to eat that has electrifying qualities that are going to make you feel better and make you look better. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of that. So you start there, understanding how to grow your own food, how to sprout, why you want to recycle, why you should source locally grown foods from farmers markets versus getting your foods from like Costa Rica.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I was vegan for 6 months.
Okay,
and then
cute.
6 months, and then I went to try to be a vegetarian. I did that for 6 months. So can you tell people how to start? I just woke up and was like, I don't want to eat meat. I don't want to eat dairy. So can you kind of explain, like, for people who are thinking about either being vegetarian or vegan, what do they need to do first?
You know, everybody is different, you know, so you can't approach it the way I approach it. I did it overnight. I said, all it took was for me to have the knowledge that there was an option for me to do something different, and I wasn't going to turn back. So you got people like that who are like, you know what? Oh, this is what's going on. Oh, they don't have to lynch us. You know, they could just feed us poison. We could kill ourselves, you know, eat ourselves to death. But what is the solution? How do we become solution-oriented? And it starts with what we're putting in our mouths.
Wow.
You know, because everything is energy. Everything has vibration. So if you're eating death, that's what you become. If you eat life, that's what you become. It's that simple.
That's great.
You know? So starting there, then you go into understanding that we are the healers. We're the nurturers. So what you feed your man and your family, you either healing them or killing them. You know what I mean? So the point I try to make is that you got to restructure your whole kitchen as like a lab. You know, you got to have your equipment, your juicer, so you can make fresh juices, and your blenders, and, you know, all of the things that you need, your spices, the right salts, the right sugars, the right fats. All of those things are important. So I teach you not that fats are bad or that sugars are bad or that salts are bad, but getting the right ones are going to be what's the key, you know. And then I go into women being the healers as well. Again, so you're the nurturer, which goes hand in hand with being the healer. And so I teach you how to make your own herbal medicine, your herbal tonic. So if you have a little water weight, I was just saying, I just was in Italy. I ate a couple of too many pieces of bread, child.
Well, you know what?
Needs a little burdock root tea.
That's good to know, because when you think of like a vegan chef, you think like all you guys eat are salads, and you have to be this structured, hardcore person, and you enjoy pizzas.
Not
regular pizza,
right? I believe that we all have been given freedom, right? So you get to do and be what you want and who you want, So there's no restriction there. I believe in not necessarily putting yourself in a box, but having awareness. So when you have awareness, you can make and break the rules.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can, because say for instance, like I said, I ate foods that may not have been completely in alignment with what I normally eat. It's not like I went and had I came off my diet completely, but like I ate some way too many carbs. Because I was enjoying myself in Italy. You know what I'm saying? You got to live a little, And, but I know that there are herbs that I need to take. I can't live that way the whole time. That's where the problem comes in. When you eat that and it doesn't get out of your body, that's when the parasites and the toxins begin to go through the body, and that's where you get dis-ease. It's understanding that you can do this, have a glass of wine and, some bread, or whatever your vice is, some French fries, whatever it is. That's one of my cheat foods. I was like, ooh, but it is, and I'm being honest. But I know that when I do that, then I'm going to be drinking more green juices. I'm going to have way more water. I'm going to flush my system with certain herbal tonics. All of these things, eating tons of fruits and vegetables, just to get that out of my system and to receive new energy.
Okay.
So.
That's great. That makes me feel good.
You gotta, that's why the book is there. So, like, for example, I know people drink socially and not so socially. Okay. And I have a tonic in there that it's called the Drunk as a Skunk Remedy. And so before you drink and after you drink this, you don't have the hangover. In addition to having coconut water and all of these things that replenish the electrolytes. So you got to know, if you're going to be bad, you better know how to be good.
That's great. Listen, I'm going to go get that ASAP. Tell them where they can get your book, and tell them the title one more time.
Eat Yourself Sexy. You can get it at my website, Vonderpool Gourmet. That's VONDERPOOL gourmet.com.
Okay, so we like to play this game sometimes. It's called Quick, Fast, and in a Hurry.
Uh-oh.
You have to answer the questions that I'm going to ask you as fast as you can. First thing that pops to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Who have you enjoyed cooking for the most?
Stevie Wonder, of course.
Yes. Who is one person that you would love to cook for in the future?
Gosh. God. This is hard. Who do I
Everyone.
choose? Oh, my gosh. You.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. We can do that today. What's your favorite food?
Oh, mangoes.
Oh, cool. Okay. What would you be doing if you were not a celebrity chef?
Singing.
I saw that. You can sing. I saw that on your Instagram. She has hidden talent. So the next question is going to be, what's one thing that people would be shocked to know about you?
Not a lot of people would be shocked to know that I sing, because I have been singing my whole life, but kind of my fans don't really know. I might give it out a little bit, but maybe that they might not know I could throw down like I really can. But that maybe they don't know that I crochet. I love to crochet and knit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I used to sell crocheted and knitted things when I was a teenager, like hats and stuff.
No, I think we all did that. Huh?
Really? You did
that too?
That was the hustle.
Wow. So who's your favorite singer?
Ooh, Ella Fitzgerald. Oh,
wow.
Sorry, Stevie.
No, it's fine.
But you know,
It's okay.
Ella. Ooh,
Really?
Ella and her fellas. I love her.
Cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love me some Ella.
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
A lion.
Because you're Leo.
Yeah, of course.
And last question, what advice can you give young kids who want to be just like you?
I would say that you have to believe that you can do it and go after it like you would go after a breath. Like if you were under the pool and you needed to breathe, I would go after it like you needed that next breath, you know? And really the key is to align yourself, to find out what it is. What do you really want to do? What makes your heart smile? And try to make it be able to help more than one or two people. You know, the more people that it touches, the better it is, you know, and just go after it and have fun with it, you know.
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you can make it. Make sure you guys keep it locked right here, KJLH Radio.